Joe Budden, Rory, and Maul are finally home. If you let DJ Academics call it, they left the unemployment line. Right?
Oh wow.
That's what Academics says. I don't know, not me, he says. But anyways, so I guess they're working through their personal issues, and they bring up some good points, right? Do they just jump back in and have it all be business and not address the personal? Like what do you do in that situation?
They didn't go into detail as to what the situation was, what actually caused them to leave for whatever. But they did kind of just talk about that it was there had to be respect among men, and there's business and business is business, and we all want this to work type of vibe, but we got to make sure that there's just that respect. So whatever it was had something to do with some form of disrespect, or somebody felt disrespected, or typical shit when you have friends that do work together.
What that sounds like to me is the person whose name is in the title was playing King of the Hill. Because if you're talking about respect, there's a friendship level there. When you take the business out of the equation and you're just homies kicking it, there's no title. There's no Joe Budden pot. It's just the homies. So the respect level is even. But when you put the business into it and the person's name who's in the title of the show, that says to me that Joe was playing King of the Hill. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, let's get the respect back in, because when the cameras aren't rolling, everything is all good. Or maybe it's not. Who knows? Maybe there was even an imbalance in the personal. But my question to you is, Dre, if you're a Joe Budden podcast subscriber, a fan, a day one, are you owed this explanation? What actually happened?
I mean, you want it, but at the end of the day, it's a personal situation they had, and if I'm a fan, I'm just happy that they're back. I'm just happy that they're back together and doing the podcast. And to add on to what you said, clearly there had to be an issue with those two and Joe, because it didn't happen in a way where Rory came back first or Maul came back. They came back together at the same time. Yeah. So clearly the issue was with Joe and those guys over there with that level of disrespect. Just to add on to what you're saying as well. You know what I mean? But I'm just happy that they're back. I don't know if they saw that the podcast was it wasn't doing that as bad as everybody thought it was going to be doing without them. So maybe they clued into that and just said, listen, maybe we need to speed up this process a little bit. Maybe I need to suck it up a little bit, because 14 days or 14, however many days they were gone, that's a long...
That is a long time. I got to take the opposing side, Dre.
Okay,
I think that the fan of the podcast, the subscribers, are owed full disclosure. Only because, and I say that only because Joe, he's so transparent when it comes to talking about everything else. I don't know how frequently you watch that show, but when he dives, he dives really deep. His head hits the bottom of the ocean. He knocks himself unconscious. He exposes everything. All the dirty laundry comes out. When he talked about his relationship with Eminem, when he talked about his relationship with Shady, when he talked about Nicki Minaj, when he talks about Roy Stuff, the list can go on. When he talks about the game, like anyone who he ever talks about, 100% clarity. There's nothing missing. No speculation.
Right.
So now, when there's drama amongst your own people, I'm a fan. I'm speaking generally here. I'm a fan. Rory and Maul are missing. I'm just left to guess, to put it together. I don't get to know what happened. I don't think so. It's unfair, because if you could do it with everybody else and be so transparent, you should be just as transparent when it comes to you and your people then. And then B, like I said, I'm a day one. I'm a rider. I'm owed it. You know what I mean? My thoughts. You know what I mean?
But I think it could be. You know what I think it could be? I think Joe's in the wrong, and he's just not the type of person to go on air and really be sincere about it. Maybe he just has that in him.
Well, I mean, people have commented that he can't admit when he's wrong.
That's what I'm saying. I've heard that about him before, but it's funny, on this podcast I've heard him. But you know what? When he does admit he's wrong, it's kind of in a joking way. It's passive aggressive way. Now that I'm thinking about it, so that could actually be what it is.
This is ridiculous. First of all, like, they missed a great opportunity for amazing content. If you do a podcast, you know content is everything. 2 weeks, everybody wanted to know what's going on. You're doing all this cryptic talk, getting everybody. What was it? Who was it? What was it? What was? And then now you get the group. The band is back together. Nobody wants to say what's what.
Right.
Anyways, man, I just look at it like, if you're dating a girl, and I'll end it here. If you're dating a girl and that girl cheats on you, and in the worst way, everybody knows about it, embarrasses you basically, and you get back with that girl, and then your homies are like, Dre, what the fuck? Do you think you owe the homies an explanation?
See, that's where I'm standing again. Fuck no. I don't owe you no explanation. This is between me and this is between the girl, bro. Why do I owe you an explanation about...
So you're okay with the homies just looking at you crazy for the rest of your time that you're with this person who cheated on you and embarrassed the shit out of you?
Man, listen.
You're a big person. You're a big person.
I wouldn't be the first person. I wouldn't be the first person that's...
I didn't say you'd be breaking ground. I'm just saying you're a big man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. That's what it's about.
Viewing public, what are your thoughts, man? Do you think Joe needs to let the rest of his subscribers know what actually went down, or do you think it's something that you gotta keep tight to the chest? Let us know. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Deuce. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Yo, Chris, we got to 200 subscribers, man. Finally. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to stop there. We have a new goal. The new goal is 500 subscribers. So what I need you to do, I need you to like these videos over here. I need you to subscribe right here, man. Two guys doing the podcast, man.